Well, joining me now are Jackie Flats from the St Luke's Hospital, Alison Shea from mental health charity MENCAP, and author Jason Pegler, who has written about mental illness. Let's start with you, Alison Shea. Tailor-made facilities, friendly, accessible, able to provide round-the-clock care. It sounds like a great idea.
Except that what we believe at MENCAP is that people shouldn't be shut away. That, you know, we've come a long way from times when people had to be isolated from the community, and we feel that people with a learning disability, that's who we support in MENCAP, are part of society, a part of our community, and they should be able to live within that community and not be ghettoised.
Mm-hmm. So is this regardless of their ability to cope, just as a blanket rule? You want people with severe learning difficulties to be helped at home rather than within any sort of institutional setting? Well,
it's interesting that you use the term blanket rule, because I think that's what we don't want. We don't want to have blanket rules because we're talking about individuals. So what we try to do is think about the individual first and what will be best for them, what they want to do and what will be best for them.
And if their carers can't cope?
Well, that's where MENCAP comes in, and we are able to provide a lot of support, and we can provide 24-hour support. We can provide 2-to-1, 3-to-1 support, depending on what the individual needs. But we think that the smaller the group of people you're living with, the better it is, really.
Right. Okay. Well, Jackie Flats, as I say, you're from St Luke's. Now, obviously, you're all for these new asylums. I think that probably even just the word asylum tends to have quite a pejorative feel to it. What benefits do you feel that these have, rather than helping people at home?
I think St Luke's Hospital Group really would echo what Alison has said. We work very closely with MENCAP. Care in the community has actually provided very, very good care for a large number of people who now live in the community. However, at St Luke's Hospital Group, we know that there are some people who would be better cared for in modern 21st century asylums, and hence the launch of our book this week, which in actual fact we hope will open the debate for us to really start to consider what we've provided for in the past and what we can provide for in the future. The Royal College of Psychiatrists, for example, quotes that for every 100,000 head of population, there are 100 severely handicapped children, of which 20% will need long-stay secure care. And I think Charlotte Moore's piece that we've just seen demonstrates that quite carefully. She's a mum that in actual fact needs to think very carefully about where care will come for her two sons in the future.
I suppose critics would say, well, yeah, you would say that because you're sat there making money out of this.
In actual fact, St Luke's Hospital Group, there's always going to be people that perhaps think that. The NHS, in actual fact, purchases that come to us have to exhaust the NHS fully before they can place a person with us. So they've gone throughout the country, sought a bed and come to us afterwards, and what we do is we work with the NHS to provide care and centres of excellence throughout the southeast of England.
Okay, let's bring in Jason Pegler. Good afternoon to you, Jason. Now, you've written about your own experiences. You've experienced manic depression since 17, and your book, A Can of Madness. How would you describe your treatment?
Good afternoon, Phil. I must say that from the age of 17 until the age of 24, I found that my treatment within hospital was very, very difficult, and it wasn't until I met a psychiatrist that treated me as a human being that I was able to emotionally get over living with manic depression. So fundamentally, the most important thing is to be treated as a human being first, and that was what helped me to be empowered. So
it doesn't even come down to whether you're at home or whether you're in some sort of institution. It's how you are treated within whichever organisation that is.
Absolutely. I think that we're a problem really in society that mental health is a taboo, and I believe that we're in a moment in history where we're at a transitional period. If you look back at women's rights in the 60s, gay and lesbian culture, and the way that when I was 11, gay and lesbian culture wasn't a part of the social norm. By the time I was 18 or 19, it had changed, and you see the same with the black community in England. We're at a time where we need change, and we really need change for people with mental health problems.
So what's the, if I can come back to you, Alison, where does the government stand on this? Because as we were saying in the film, they closed down lots of the institutions. What is the present government thinking?
The government introduced a fantastic piece of legislation a couple of years ago called Valuing People, and it talks about independence for people with a learning disability and choice and inclusion and great things. The problem that we're experiencing at the moment is that there isn't always the funding to back that up.
Right.
We would like to be able to see all people with a learning disability across the country getting the support that they need.
So are they looking to provide a sort of mixed economy in this way, care at home, within the community and within institutions?
I think so, yes, but the problem is for us that there doesn't seem to be enough money for them to purchase that care. Again, they want to start with the individual, so they want to start with the person with a learning disability or whatever, and decide what care they need.
Right.
But then it seems to fall down because there isn't enough money to go around for everybody.
Well,
and also that learning disability doesn't seem to get the priority that other specialist areas get.
Okay. All right, well, we'll leave it there, but as I just say, you all seem to be agreed that it starts with the individual and we work out from there. Thank you for joining us. Time